But my natural self, I'm a competitor, so I'm going to compete, and I'm going to find a way out there as good as I can. But I just want to learn from the guys that's been here before me.
Jimmy Horn gets recognition everywhere he goes. We have our first official look at J15, Mr. Jimmy Horn, the former Colorado Buffalo and former USF Buffalo Bison. What is the USF? I don't know. They golden and something. The Bulls, that's what they is. But the University of South Florida, Florida boy at heart, Jimmy Horn officially landed down there or up there from Florida going up to Carolinas. And I got to be honest with you, it seems like he's immediately gelling with the teammates. It seems like first round pick Ted McMillan is looking at him like a real running mate. And it's already like, hey, J15 is really in the place that I think is going to be able to make him thrive. So let's stop yapping. Let's get right into it. Here's the first clip that, I don't like to say things went viral. This isn't the one that went viral, but I would say that, you know what I'm saying? First off, the extension, right? I know Jimmy Horn only measures at a 5'8", 5'9", if you're going to be generous with him, but his ability to obviously elongate his catching radius and use as much of it as he can is great. But I think it was this one right here where he was just running fast as boy. Oh, whoa, where is it at? I don't have it. Okay, all good. It's all good because we got more. We have him catching this pass too. That's Ted McMillan in there as well, of course. I probably shouldn't play that music. Hopefully you didn't get that. But obviously there he was getting you that one. I'm trying to get this one that went viral. I thought I had it. My fault. It's just Jimmy Horn running super duper fast because that's what he do. He do be running super fast. Here he is right here. We saw him reach out for a pass. Now see what he does best in space, and that's absolutely good loose. Jimmy Horn, if you don't know, if you're new to the game, if you're, maybe a Carolina fan that wants to know about this enigma of a player, because he has a lot of, fans in his own right. Forget Colorado fans, even though he has plenty of Colorado fans. He was someone who came with fans when he came to Colorado, right there. He has his demeanor. A phenomenal story as well. Obviously, when you talk about not just his father, but his mother and the adversity that he's gone through, and to hear his demeanor, the way he's been handling things, has been absolutely great. And even better to see, like I said, we're gonna get into the interview, and it's even probably gonna show you here. But look, these boys is. You know what I'm saying? This is rookie minicamp. This is not the first day that they met, but this is the first time they out there and doing stuff. Clearly, there's a little bit of, a rapport camaraderie that's already built, and it's already day one. I think that's the type of person Jimmy Horn is and the type of football player he is. And it's hard to keep, as much as we talk about, clearly as we saw from what happened with Shedeur Sanders, as much as we want to say that, it's just about talent, and Jimmy Horn has got plenty of talent. He's explosive. He can extend catch radius. He's going to be a demon if you put him out there in the return game. It goes a long way to be likable. It really does go a long way for people to enjoy your presence, to enjoy what you can. So at the bare minimum, he seems to be a decent teammate. You ain't never heard one bad thing about Jimmy Horn. But speaking of hearing things about Jimmy Horn, let's hear this nice little interview. This is Daniela Stein, I believe. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. And he's, got right after minicamp and kind of spoke to her. So let's hear it.
Day one of rookie minicamp, Jimmy Horn Jr., what does it feel like, first of all, putting on the jersey and stepping out here at practice?
It feels good. It's a blessing. I'm just thankful the weather feels good out here. So it's just a blessing to be out here. I'm thankful for everything. So it's a blessing.
Coming into this, the past couple of weeks, I'm sure have been a bit of a whirlwind from draft night to now. What has it been like? And also, have you connected with some of your former teammates, Shedeur and Travis, about this experience that you're all starting your NFL journeys together?
Yeah, I talked to him a little bit, but we ain't really get into a delta or anything yet. I'm going to call Shedeur to see how his first day went today, call Travis, see how his day went. and I'm just check in with them boys.
Sounds like people are already receiving you pretty well here. What has the vibe been like of this rookie group? Obviously, T-Mac in that receivers room as well. Who have you gotten to know? Who's been kind of standing out as someone that you've gotten along with so far?
For sure, T-Mac, Kobe Hudson, Jacoby George, and I'm still meeting a couple of the other guys. I'm just ready to meet all my other teammates, build a chemistry with them boys, because it's where I'm going to be at.
You are coming into a receiver room that's got a lot of talent. You are someone who has played with Travis before, where you have to find your ways to stand out. How do you plan to do that here with the Panthers?
First off, I'm gonna learn from the guys that been here before me, but my natural self, I'm a competitor, so I'm going to compete, and I'm gonna find a way out there as good as I can. But I just want to learn from the guys that's been here before me, I ain't in a rush. I just want to learn and soak up as much game as I can, so when I get out there, I can play at my best ability.
Have they talked to you about kick returns yet, or are you mostly working with the receivers? What's kind of that impression that you have right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna be working on kick return, punt return, special teams, and I've been working as a receiver too.
What does that say about you as a player and your willingness, I guess, to do anything to contribute to this Panthers team?
I'm a hungry, humble guy, and I try to contribute in any way I can.
What are your first impressions of Charlotte been so far? Have you been able to explore? Have you been out to eat anywhere yet?
Charlotte, I haven't really been all the way through the city, but this crazy thing, this is where I really wanted to be at. Like after I came on my 30th visit, I prayed about it, manifested it, and I got drafted here. So this is really where I wanted to be at. They got a lot of land out here. It's a nice vibe. So like I love the city already. I haven't got a chance to explore the whole city, but one day I'm gonna do that.
Having a head coach like Dave, who has the receivers background, do you find that to be helpful for you, that he's going to know, what to look for and what to look specifically with your position group?
Yeah, for sure. But I know we got some good guys in our room that have been in the league for a little minute too. So it's all type of wisdom coming from each person out here that done did it before. So I'm just trying to soak up game from everybody as I can, and when I'm soon 10 years in the lead, I'll be able to pass some of the game down to the younger guys that's coming in.
You feel me? He said when he puts 10 years in, man. I love hearing from Jimmy Horn, right? Because again, it doesn't feel like any, sometimes some people can feel like a forced type of humble, and here he was, officially showing up. You know what I'm saying? J5 coming live. What's it called? Some people feel forced humble. Some people, try to do some things. I feel like with Jimmy Horn, that's just how he feels, man. Hey, I really want to point out the fact that he stopped and said, "Oh, nah, I'm just trying to learn. I'm just trying to be a dude. I'm trying to be a guy, right? I'm trying to learn from the people around me. Even though I am a competitor, these people have amazing knowledge that I want to learn from." And I think you can clearly see that with T-Mac joking with them. They're already all up, dabbing each other. Like they're already being ingratiated as teammates. And on the football side, again, Jimmy Horn can do that. And even if it's just in the return game, I think that the Panthers are going to give themselves a nice bit of explosion on the backside. Now, I do hope that Jimmy Horn can stay healthy, because obviously last season we had some hamstring issues, right? We had a few different injuries that kind of nagged him out. He was in and out of the lineup. So you hate to see that, and you hope that does not happen at the pro level. And more importantly, back on the Jimmy Horn level, it's just good to see him happy. It's good to know that someone like him, with the adversity that he's gone through, in the situation that he's gone through, that he can manifest a beautiful place. And hey, Carolina's a great place. It is a great place. So that's dope. So before we get into a few other more ancillary stuff, we have some just extra videos that we might pop into for a second. Maybe not too long. I don't want to stay here too long. I do want to take a small detour to his teammate, Mr. T-Mac. Obviously, they're going to be in the same wide receiver room. You draft T-Mac in the first round for Bryce Young, so he ain't got no excuse. You just throw it up to T-Mac. And first off, if I could spit a little game, not spit some game. Man, I'm becoming an unk, aren't I? If I could say something real quick about T-Mac, I really felt like, and I told y'all that during the draft season, and hey, here we are, and everything was smoke and mirrors. When I was like, I didn't even bother smoking mirrors with it. People were like, "Oh my God, he's wide receiver 3. He's I'm saying it's Travis Hunter, then it's Matthew Golden, then maybe Tet McMillan." It's like, dog, do you believe that a 6'4" Mike Evans, the second coming, with a little bit of what's it called? Not I cannot believe Chargers legend. But he went and got traded to the Bears. You know what I'm talking about. Phenomenal route runner. Legend. Yeah, sprinkle them together. You thought he was gonna go the not number one runner. Anyway, I thought that was crazy. I hated the way that they were trying to talk about this young man, but Arizona kid. Obviously, Arizona, and he didn't have as much productive season as last year, but there was a lot of things going on in Arizona football. The quarterback wasn't as efficient. They weren't as great. It didn't seem to stack up well, but he's got the body, the build, the mindset, and he's had the production in past to be able to do it. So I think he was just a no-brainer. You write down what a number one wide receiver in the NFL looks like, and you draw up T-Mac. So here is the T-Mac's a slight interview here. He says, Tet McMillan on working with Pantehrs wide receiver coach Rob Moore.
I mean, it's incredible. Even though I was fortunate enough to get drafted in the first round, I was a high level talent in college, but even the best in the world need to get coaching, and this is what's really going to turn me. I feel like Coach Moore is going to really turn me from good to great. So being able to just be around him as much as possible, being able to hear from him, listen, and just gain as much wisdom and knowledge that he has for the game for me. So it's going to only elevate me. So.
Love to hear that from T-Mac. Love to see that there's a relationship already being built there as well. Again, cannot stress there's not many people who are better. Maybe LeJohntay, you know what I'm saying? Maybe LeJohntay and Jimmy are equally deserving, but those are the only, I think, the most deserving, because they're and I want to stop at that point when he was talking about, because I know we made a big deal about it with LeJohntay, because with the Ravens, it definitely seems like, hey, LeJohntay is going to be what it looks like. He's going to be a special teams guy. If he makes a team, special teams guy that might contribute in the wide receiver room. With Jimmy Horn, it seems a little bit more, both through drills and both through some of the sentiments that you're kind of hearing from at least just the first day, that, hey, he's a wide receiver too. Like, hey, I think it might be Jimmy Horn, wide receiver 6. You know what I'm saying? But also he's the number one punt returner, kick returner. When I say wide receiver 6, I mean, hey, a few bodies is a little banged up. Maybe we got a Jimmy Horn package. Maybe we get Jimmy in a little end around. You know what I'm saying? Maybe offensive coordinator has a good time and doesn't just throw it up to T-Mac every single time. I mean, hey, it's hard not to, right? But the yin and the yang is great. But more importantly, Jimmy Horn being a guy that just wants to come in and, hey, if it's me playing wide receiver, I'll do it. If it's me having to, you know what I'm saying, just be special teams, just be a return man, use my explosivity to do it in the best way possible. I think you're going to see that. So we're going to close out on this video. Apparently, again, from the 33rd team, this is what when I talk about Jimmy Horn, he's not just a Colorado guy. And I know a lot of you Colorado people are here, and this is why you're watching XYZ, and maybe why you were with Jimmy Horn. But Jimmy Horn gets recognition everywhere he goes. Like, I want that to be known. For as much as, hey, respect the Colorado, respect what he's done there, respect his USF career, he always pops off the screen. And there's something about him, the way he plays and the way he carries himself. So this is what they had to say about it.
And then Jimmy Horn in the 6th round, I think, is a sneaky pick that could make a significant contribution to this offense. We're going to be focused on Tetairoa McMillan and what he can do. And obviously Xavier Leggett, his potential is up in the air, but I think he's going to be, if he works out and becomes the player that they thought he was when he was a first-round pick, all the better. But even if he just becomes their kind of designated deep threat, X receiver threatening on the outside, vertical option, I think that makes perfect sense. But I think Jimmy Horn is going to push for playing time in this team. He can do a little bit of everything. He can line up in the slot. He can go vertical. He can go horizontal. They're going to be sort of transitioning, into a post Adam Thielen world. Hunter Renfrow was just re-signed as fresh off selling insurance or whatever he was doing as a post NFL career. So they've got some interesting options as slot players now as well. But I think Jimmy Horn's going to carve himself a role in this team.
And again, these are, ball knowers. These are top tier ball knowers, top tier NFL guys. I know probably more about college football than I know about NFL at this current state. So, like I said, there seems to be a path not just for him to just be a contributor, but for him to really, getting some touches, maybe some touchdowns. Maybe we see some real deal J15, big J15 coming live stuff, man. But hey, man, y'all comment down below. How y'all feel about J15? I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at the 15. How do y'all feel about Jimmy Horn mentioned with the teammates? What are the expectations for him? You know what I'm saying? How you feel about? Are you a Carolina fan? All right. Do you believe in the Panthers? Do you believe in Panthers post Cam Newton? Do you believe in Bryce Young? Let me know down below in the comments. Also, look, this is the offseason after minicamp. If there's any type of content you want to see, I'm not gonna go too deep in the NFL stuff. Again, this is a college football channel. We are following some of our favorite players in college football, right? We talked about Jalen Milroe. We talked about obviously the Colorado gang. I know y'all want to talk about them too. I'm going to talk about Quinn Ewers too as well. So don't you worry. We're going to talk about Jackson Dart, Abdul Carter in that situation down there. But if there's anything else, any direction you want to see at the light of the end of this rookie minicamp tunnel, let me know. And more importantly, like the video if you like it. But also, more importantly, dislike the video if you don't like it. Subscribe. This is right here. This is the most important thing. Subscribe if you enjoy football content of all shapes and sizes, because that's what we do around here. You're great. Continue to be great. You already knew you were great. I just like saying that you're great. Coming through your speakers, reminding you to keep doing amazing things the way that you keep doing, man. Appreciate you. We'll see you next time. Peace.